I've been keeping this, like, not really a secret, but like to myself this entire time. But ever since I moved to Brampton, I kind of knew, like, not to make friends with these types of people. Even though, like, originally I thought that oh, it was my own bias or like whatever. I'm too old. I'll just like run that excuse. But like the back of my head, I always knew that like if I'm gonna go to the gym, if I'm gonna like go around jogging and shit, like I'm just gonna have like my headset on. I'm just gonna buy my own business. I'm just gonna like keep to myself. And lo and behold, like after years of that, like the Sikhs basically wanted me to be their friends. Like they were just like following me around, trying to like get to know me, like whatever. And I would just like totally like block them out. And then after a while, ever since I made that Tommy Robinson post, like they've been stalking me and harassing me nonstop because the grooming gangs are like involved with like the Sikh organizations, Sikh NHS in the UK, even over here. They're like trying to like bring over these people, and you get like a lot of censorship from the news and the media to protect them because like these guys are like holding pretty high positions of like governmental power, which is a slap in the face to us Canadians, to like anybody. Like this country isn't just sold out; it's like I think we're going to experience a little bit of that, growing problems that, kind of what America is going through because like say what you want about Canada, but like America just has like this habit of like having the worst kinds of leadership ever. So it's like how are you supposed to like, criticize Mom Donnie, which I think people should do. Like the guy's like a fucking fruit. He's like lying constantly and shit. He lied about being black, going to like college. He lies about this. He lies about that. It's just like, yo, dude, some straight shyster ass politician type shit that just wants to push for like jihadism in New York, right? Just like all out civil war. And same in the Sikhs. Like, so this Halloween, right? I was just like going over some pictures and shit, and these fucking losers, like I said, like if their parents don't buy them a girlfriend, they're not going to go downtown. They're not going to have fun. They're not going to be successful in life. Like their parents got arranged marriages, and these losers like were told from a young age, look, if you get like a nice fast car, you can go drive around high school and elementary schools, and then eventually you'll get a girl. And I'm serious about that. Like they're fucking horny. Like every single time the school bell rings at this elementary school where my parents live, like these guys are racing their cars around just to impress these elementary school children. Elementary, fucking assholes, man. Like fucking hell. These speed limits, I was like 40 and shit. There's cameras everywhere, and it's like no wonder these guys get so pissed off about the cameras and stuff because it's not just they care about like not speeding and shit. They care about not being fucking seen, being fucking interviewed, be like Chris Hansen, be like fucking take a seat over there, you know. Ever since back in the day, like the Sikhs tell these kids like they're gonna help them with their studies. I'm fucking bitches, man. And like, you just gotta let loose, man. You gotta let the whole world know that these guys are part of the problem. Like, obviously, it's like a very Pakistani, very religious-based grooming gang problem that's happening in the UK. Also, the mayor is Muslim himself, yada yada. But overall, like the secrecy of like these people being like this self-insert necessity in like the whole globalist opinions of diversity is bullshit. Like, look at their fucking country of origin. What is their major export? Nothing. And then you see them sponsoring this. Like, I went on what was it, YouTube, and they're sponsoring some like fucking rap song and shit. You want to know where they get their money to fucking sponsor and do all this shit? So they bring their peoples over from their old country, old Punjab and shit. They say, hey, you work here and you go to this like fake college and shit, and then you can like drive trucks for me. And then they come over, or they do some like other shit job, and then like they're basically indentured servitude. So what are you fucking bragging about? That you enslave your own fucking people, you stupid ass fucking Sikh retards and shit, and you want to fucking rape some kids, man? Like there is no solving this grooming gang scandal because it's like the second the Sikhs' names get brought up, which they will, Huddersfield is like the most famous one. I guarantee you, there's way more. I saw some Sikh pictures and like some like fucking other grooming gangs and shit. You know what I mean? And like, because the media is going out of their way to hide this fact from you, is the reason why we're having like such a high level of like volatility and hostility towards specifically young white women. You know what I mean? Like, like going over the whole reason why terrorists do the things that they do is because of their perceived injustices. So it's an injustice that they can't, have sex with like children of like premarital age, right? I was like watching this these interviews of like these Somalians and shit talking about like and some of them were like breaking down crying and shit like they're going against our religion. We have to be able to have premarital, like, you know what I mean, like super young age or marriage and shit. Like, you people are fucking sick in the head, man. And it's like more of the same. Every single time that there's going to be a gathering, there has to be people to watch these fucking animals. They have to watch them because they're just gonna get jealous. They're just gonna start attacking people. They're just gonna like want to make noise. They stink. They like they just love the attention. Because overall, when it comes to actually like competing or just being normal and not having like all the fucking nepotism that they have or they need to like pretend feign normalcy like Hassan. Like Hassan's normalcy, guys. I grew up in poverty and shit. You see this like a fucking jockey hat? He's like on a horse. He's all like chubby and shit. He's like, what the fuck, dude? It's like the fakest types of people you've ever seen in your entire life. And you know for a fact that they're running from the problems that they themselves create. Like, yo, you want to be proud of something? Are you proud of the fucking way your country smells? It's like if I go on your fucking Google Maps or like Google World, whatever. I Google in your country, fucking shithole, right? What are you so fucking proud about? Because it's like, yo, it's been an ongoing thing about how horny they are for kids, First they want to pretend to be like, cool and hip and in style. Look at us, we're like rappers. We're like, you know what I mean? We're like they want to be basketball players. You see that one fucking Sikh retard? He's always like fucking, stinking off the court and shit. The entire Toronto Raptors team traded the fuck off of the team so they don't have to smell that fucker. They all traded off. They like won a World Series, whatever, championship, whatever the fuck they call it. And they said, alright, see ya. Smell you never. And then Toronto has not won a game, at least qualifying to like, whatever, eliminations. I still remember the Kawhi Leonard jersey. I honestly thought that it was going to be sticking around. I mean, you won a championship. You have like some home team, whatever. Your jersey is probably worth like a lot of money. You'll make like some kickbacks from the sale of that jersey. No thanks. I'm going to America. And nobody wants to like, acknowledge it. Nobody wants to say like what the fucking real problem is, what the real deal is. I was watching this like thing with Lily Singh. I'm like, oh dude. And she's just like making fun of white people constantly. And like, yeah, I'm not exactly the biggest fan of like anybody who isn't me. Just like I don't give a fuck. If you consider it racist, remember, I judge everyone equally. As long as you're me, you're fine. Other than that, you're not free from criticism, trust me. But like, yeah, like the whole burning of the bridges, like to like throw shade at these people. And like, you gotta give her credit because she's so naive. Like the reason why she's so famous is because all these horny ass Indian men, most likely from your own culture, follow you and subscribe to you. Probably watch all of your fucking videos. Oh girl, oh brown girl, you show them who boss. And then that like one fucking hand down his pants. And you motherfuckers think your fame is like, organic, or people are like, oh my god, the talent, the skill, the prestige, the intelligence, and the thoughtfulness of the Sikhs is second to. No, you guys fucking suck dick. Anyway, kids, how do you manage to do both? I don't know. And they hate on me, man. They hate on the fact that like I'm saying this on like a near daily basis. They hate on the fact that like I don't look like them, and I'll go out of my way to like take it a step further. Like I would like rather look like a gothic homosexual crazy person straight out of a mental asylum versus I'm sorry about that. It's just like, it's so true. It's like when I say it out loud to myself, I'm just like, wow, man, really? What's wrong with me? But yeah, it's true, man. It's like, how much would you pay for your freedom, right? Like, let me tell you, like something what I was like growing up with this, like types of people and shit. Like, so I didn't, unlike Hassan, I didn't grow up with a lot of money. Okay, and on top of like waking up on one side of the bed every morning and shit because my room was so small, and then like not really having any nice clothes, like just get all my brother's clothes. I think that's like common, right? But like what I mean, like it kind of sucked that like even in high school I was getting my brother's clothes. I was just like getting no new clothes. It was pissing me off. But like I knew what it was like to be poor, and from what I could salvage, right? Um, People want to like belong and want to like do certain things and be a certain way, and like I was a follower in this like crowd of people. Like I was like copying my older brother, copying this guy, copying that guy. I didn't know my own style. I didn't know my own thing. I didn't know my own whatever. And then like as time went on, I it always brought me back to this one instance I had back in elementary school where these guys wanted me to hit on this girl, and when I didn't do it, like I kind of got the feeling like these Indians, these Pakis, these Punjabis, like they want that kind of assertiveness, or that kind of like lack of sensitivity towards women, so that you can rape them on command. Like it's just like a trigger point for them. Like if you're willing to partake in this like vile act, like you are astute. You don't hesitate, right? Like you can be accepted as one of these types of people, but like the fact that like I think pretty much every other Canadian, doesn't even fucking matter your goddamn race. You're a goddamn human being. Of course you're gonna fucking hesitate. I don't need to be fucking gang raping some girl and shit. I don't need to be like fucking talking to this girl because you told me to. And like you could argue, yeah, that's common amongst like young boys and young this and young that. But I'm like saying like pretty much after that, it was like non-stop disrespect, non-stop like clowning me, non-stop. And I thought to myself, was it really that fucking important for me to talk to this random ass girl and shit? And then I thought about it. It's like, wait a minute, you want me on your side so we can have this like prestige of trust between us. You know that like you can count on me, and I'm like that womanizing type of guy, so that in a moment's notice, right? Either I keep my mouth shut or I'm complicit or aid in the sexual assault of women. And we gotta fucking point this shit out. There is no normalcy between us. There is no similarity. Like if I have to paint my nails black and wear lipstick and like, shave, clean shaven, I'll do it every fucking time, dude. So that like not only people will see from a far away distance how different we are, like, and be able to pick us apart easily, but also like as this is my affront to you and your whole fucking false masculinity. You were never a fucking man, dude. You're like worse than an ant. You're worse than like fucking, colony insects. You're like fucking bacteria. Any chance I get to differentiate myself between myself and your kind, I'll take it with liberty and glee. There is no commonality between us. There is no similarities. There is no blood. We don't share a bloodline. All right. And I think like Hindus need to start stepping up for themselves, standing up for themselves, and stop being so like soft and complacent with people who are basically like walking over you, man. And I'm specifically talking to like people like younger, because I know people my age and they're just fucking cucked, right? Even I was, because it was just like I thought that's how supposed to treat these people, and then as I got older, I slowly and slowly I started to like build hatred, and then eventually I became a realization like these people hated me first, right? And I didn't do anything to them. I was just like born into this. I was like born West Indian. You know what I mean? I don't know the goings on in India. I don't know like the whole fucking geopolitical politics, but like you have to understand that like these people have lost and they're taking it out on you because their country is a fucking joke. Their religions are a joke. The way they treat their women is deplorable, and they have to have media protection. Like, I don't know. I guess maybe you could argue Native Americans or like a very vulnerable ethnic group that wouldn't be able to survive that level of scrutiny would have that kind of protection. You could argue that, but these guys are like in the millions. Like, what the fuck, man? And they have their own country and shit. They have their own language. Get the fuck out of here. Like, yo, Pakistan is deporting like Afghanistanis and shit, and nobody's talking about that, eh? Like, you heard all this shit about Israel and Palestine, right? Against Israelis of all things. Like the Israelis just want their hostages back, but they never like got in my face and say, "Yo, these Palestinians, these Palestinians are bad people. You should hate them. Israel first." I never got that once, not even once. And you know what the opposite? And the opposite of that, yes. The opposite, yes. Very much. They fucking stopped traffic, started attacking people. Fucking losers. We have no fucking attachment to Palestine whatsoever. You hear what happened? You hear what happened to the crews for Palestine? They became like living surfboards. This guy said surfs up. He just like jumped on this Shamanshi. He was like, yo, surfs up, dude. You down for the cause? I'm down. I'm gonna hang 10 on your face. Yeah! Yo, you should have did that. Instead of like jump kick though, you should have like, yo, surfs up, dog. He probably wreck his shoes though. like like I said, a lot of the times in my lifetime, I got sold out by other air quotes Hindus. Now, you want to know the reason why I say air quotes Hindus? Okay, so like maybe subscribers to my channel or like casual viewers, maybe who've watched some of my earlier videos, know that I'm subscribed to Amatsu Ryu, and I didn't even know that he was Hindu and shit. But like when you talk to this guy and you get to know him, and like you kind of get like this idea of like what he's all about. He's completely different from every single person that I'm referring to. That I'm like, whatever, right? And he's from Nepal. He's closer, Himalayans and all that stuff. He's like more holier than me. Well, I'm not Hindu anymore, but like, you know what I mean, right? Like, and this idea that we're all the same fucking Hindu and shit, obviously, right? The caste system that everyone criticizes us for. I mean, maybe it served a purpose. I'm not saying it was a good purpose. Like, yo, oh my god, you guys, you treat these untouchables so untouchably. I'm just like, what do you mean? I'm in Guyana. I didn't touch them. See, They're untouchable. We went across this. No, I'm just joking. Like, some people come into your country and criticize the way you run your shit, right? Where does that? Where does that? It sounds so familiar. Where have I heard that one before? Calling for Sharia law. They're calling for like Khalistan, the independent state of Khalistan. Like the fuck, man. Get the fuck out of here. It's all about raping children. It's all about grooming children. It's all about raping children. It's all about stalking them, harassing them, impressing them, whatever. It's like they're fucking lunchtime. They're coming outside. They're playing outside. These guys look like they're high-end sports cars. We're just like, what the fuck, dude? It's an elementary school. Oh man. Like, and you know for a fact that like they're thinking in their back of their heads, they're just like, yo, man, when she's old enough. Oh man, they're such losers, man. And they're probably thinking to themselves that like, yo, we're not the only ones laughing. I'm not the only one laughing. Like the government of Canada is like cracking its ass up because it's just like, yeah, we're all equal. Diversity is our strength, and it's just like, it's that thing I was saying like in my other post, like if you have the news and the media for years and years, right? Like, telling you not to care, not to worry about a specific, particular ethnicity, religion, group of people, etc. Right? Like, it's actually to a point of contention, right? Where we have to start criticizing our news because, like it or not, Nigeria is like a pretty big ass trading partner. I looked into it, and on the Nasdaq, they're responsible for the lion's share of that lithium shit. Yeah. So like all the cars, all the cell phones, all that shit. That's like all these people are going over there in Africa, and they're like, exploiting the blood diamonds, and get that blood diamonds, man. Charge your phone. No, but like on the humane level, let's just be serious about this, okay? For us to just like turn our noses up at this, like, and I understand that Asmund Gold came out with like a video saying like it's not our problem, we shouldn't care. Sorry, dude. Um, you said it yourself. Christ is king, and you have to fight for him and all of his people. Now, I'm not Christian or baptized or whatever, but I would because the look, dude. The and this is obvious to everybody, but I'm just gonna fucking come out and say it. If nobody says or does anything about this, they're just gonna die. Right? They're just gonna die. There's no help coming for them unless we bring it up and we get like fucking annoying about it. And I know some people don't like black people or Nigerians or like they got scammed by that Nigerian guy or that Nigerian guy stole your girl. All the above. But like, yo, man, you gotta stick up for them. You have to fight for them. You have to. Well, I'm gonna say it. No one's gonna like this. You want to know what a refugee is? I know what a refugee is. A Nigerian is a refugee because he has to flee. He or she obviously has to flee their own country. Their president does not care about them. Oh shit! My dad's mowing the lawn. Okay, they're fleeing the country, and yeah, you have to take them in. You have to consider their plight, their suffering, because as much as the Muslims want to lie about their refugee status, which they have, and the media is just gonna gloss it over and say, well, whatever, right? They can lie about this shit. Who gives a fuck? Because we don't like you either. Um, you can't say the same thing about the Nigerians because look, you did this for years too, right? You built this atmosphere where we're in the wrong, right? Even me, this brown person, like it's my fault. Slavery. I contributed to it with my usage of the N word, possibly. I contributed. So like you just can't go back on your word now. You have to defend all of them. You just can't say, well, these black people aren't the same as these black people, aren't the same as these black people. The reason why we honestly don't help out the Haitians is because they sprung everybody outside the prison, and like it's more of a complicated rather than a religious ethno issue. So, like you can't forget about those Nigerians, or else you're gonna regret it because you know you have to defend your fellow Christians. You have to. You must. Okay, take care.